Kia ora and welcome to Business Your Way, a podcast where I take you behind the scenes and look at the strategies, systems and support needed to grow and scale an online service business. One that not only supports you and your family financially, but one that gives you the freedom to live the life of your dreams. I'm taking the many lessons learnt over the last 2 decades of running my own business and working with hundreds of clients to bring you what's working now conversations. I'm pulling back the curtain to bring you real stories from real people, including myself. We're going to talk about everything from how to get clarity on your vision, creating systems so you can automate and delegate, how to hire a kick-ass team that creates raving, returning and referring clients. We're even going to talk about how to kick those limiting beliefs to the curb so that you can flourish in your business. I'm your host, Sandra Julian, an Indigenous mama of 3, fashion-loving sewist and business strategist. Each week, I want to help you dream big, plan well, and do the work to grow and scale your business your way. If you're ready to scale your business, but you're not sure where to start, you can take my free 2-minute quiz to find out your agency owner persona and uncover how you can use your strengths to scale and streamline your business without compromising you and sacrificing your life. You can head over to the show notes for the link. It is sandrajulian.co/quiz. Hey friend, welcome to another shorty episode of the Business Your Way podcast. This is episode 70. And if you are just coming back from the holidays and just tuning into the podcast for the first time this year, then I want to encourage you to go back over the last couple of weeks and listen to the bite-sized episodes that we've been dropping every Wednesday and Friday. These shorty episodes are designed to provide you some prompts to ponder on as you consider and set your plans for 2023. They are short, bite-sized, easy digestible, but very intentional about the topics that I'm sharing with you. So, scroll down your podcast player. Over the last 4 episodes in the last 2 weeks, we've had some really great topics for you to listen to. Before we dive into today's shorty episode, I wanted to let you know about a live workshop that I'm hosting on the 8th of February called Be Your Best Self in 2023. Because now is your time to refocus, get clarity, and make progress on the things that matter to you most. Let's step into being yourself in 2023 so you can achieve those big lofty goals that you've set for yourself. Head on over to sandrajulian.co/best self and save your seat. Alrighty, let's dive into today's episode. People lose their way when they lose their why. And when I'm working with a client, one of the first things I like to explore is, what do you want your business to give you? I find this is easier for people to articulate than asking them, what is their why? Why are you in business? What is the why that will keep you going when the going gets tough? The question, what's your why, also has so many connotations attached to it, I find. And some of those connotations are when you feel you have to express your why to somebody else, there's an expectation that it has to be deep and meaningful, otherwise it's not valid or it's not enough. And I want you to dispel those thoughts today. Your why is whatever you want it to be. It's not for anybody else to say if your why is right or wrong or anything else, which is why I like to move away from that question of what is your why. It feels such a heavy question to answer. And this is why I like to ask the question, what do you want your business to give you? Because once you can articulate that, then you have a clear picture of where you're headed. When you're unsure about things and you start to question yourself, things in your business don't really go as planned, or you have a few setbacks. These setbacks cause limiting beliefs. Then you start to second guess yourself and you start to hold back on what you're doing, or thinking that you're not enough, or all of these other limiting beliefs come and they stand in your way. So rather than trying to dive deeper into what is your why, and I need a why, I want you to reframe that question and really ask yourself, what do you want your business to give you? And that can be anything you like. What you want your business to give you in the early stages of business might purely be money. I want my business to give me money to replace my salary. Or I want my business to give me flexibility so I can be there for my kids. I want my business to give me fill in the blank. And when we have this articulated and we can really say with our hand on our heart, for this year, I want my business to give me X, then when we find ourselves being held back by some of our limiting beliefs, we can start to really break through those limiting beliefs and look at, why are we doing those? What are we here for? What do we want our business to give us as the founder and business owner? Once you can articulate that, that is your why to keep going every day. That is your why to find a solution to the thing that's holding you back. So take a moment, take some white space, and really start to answer this question for yourself. And then put it at the top of your goals for this year. I like to include it at the very top of the business lifestyle canvas that I help my clients to develop. This is the roadmap for the business. And it is the very first question we address when we get to work together. So do this for yourself. Take 5 minutes, articulate. What is it this year that you want your business to give you? You can revisit that question next year and the year after and the year after. And as your business evolves and as you evolve, as you step into that new person every year that needs to achieve that next level of success, that next level of business, your answer to this question is going to change. So your why doesn't need to be planted in concrete. It needs to be planted in fresh soil every year, because it's going to grow and it's going to evolve. It's going to have deeper roots. It's going to be your guiding light for why you get out of bed every day, why you do what you do in your business. And I guarantee you, when you have this at the front of what you do, then you're never going to lose your way. You're going to stay on track. Whether that track deviates from where you first thought it was going, or whatever that might look like, because the path that we set ourselves now might be different to the path that we're going to set ourselves next year because of what we've learnt this year. What we learnt last year is going to set our path for the following year. And having a solid answer to the question, what is it that your business is going to provide for you as an individual, as a person? How is it going to help you fuel your life? How is this thing of business going to help you fuel your life? Write it in a big, bold space. If you print your one-page business plan, or you print your goals for the year and you put it in a place that is really visible, whether you do a vision board for the year, whatever that looks like, I highly recommend that at the top of that board, you write down the answer to that question, what is your business going to give you this year? What is it that you are in business for, and how is your business going to fuel your life? And just before we close out this shorty episode, I just wanted to remind you about the live workshop that I'm running on the 8th of February, Be Your Best Self in 2023. I invite you to go and save your seat over at sandrajulian.co/bestself. Come join me live and let's have some fun while we look at how you can get some focus and some clarity to step into the person that you need to be in order to achieve the big goals and priorities that you have for yourself in 2023. Before you go today, I want to thank you for being here and listening all the way to the end. All the links to this week's episode can be found in the show notes, and you can read a full blog of the episode at sandrajulian.co/podcast. If you enjoyed today's episode, make sure you hit that subscribe button and get new episodes as soon as they're released. If you'd like to reach out to me and chat about anything on today's episode or any of the previous episodes on the podcast, then I've got a link in the show notes so you can leave me a voice message or a video message. I really do look forward to hearing from you. Alrighty, have a productive week and I will talk to you again real soon.